Welcome to Sportpen. We're about to take a deep dive into a team that didn't just play the game. They really ignited a revolution on the gridiron. Today, we're laser-focused on the 1999 St. Louis Rams. This is the story of how pivotal moments, an unyielding drive, and performances that just shattered expectations forged a true sports legend. Get ready as we dissect what fueled their meteoric rise, maybe inject a bit of humor along the way, and really get into a conversation that gets to the heart of it all. What is it truly that defines greatness in the realm of sports? And how do those rare, unforgettable athletes, teams, and seasons actually go about rewriting the very narrative of sports history?
Yeah, it's a great question. And with the 99 Rams, what immediately jumps out is this fascinating contrast. You had this internal confidence brewing, but externally, expectations were pretty low. Torrey Holt, when he joined as a rookie, he was apparently struck by the sheer athleticism, the speed in practice. He specifically mentioned Marshall Faulk's arrival, right? And how Faulk was this multifaceted threat, the running, sure, but also his football IQ. Holt felt early on like this team could be really good.
Which is pretty remarkable considering where they'd just been.
Exactly.
A 4-12 season the year before.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a blip. They hadn't had a winning season in, 9 years?
9 years, yeah. And the defense was ranked 24th in scoring. Not great.
So for a rookie like Holt to sense that potential, it really speaks to the talent they'd quietly gathered. But talent's often not enough, right?
Oh, absolutely not. And that's where Mike Martz, the offensive coordinator, really comes into play. His strategic thinking was key. He took the Air Coryell offense, the downfield passing game, and just expanded on it. New formations, creative personnel groupings. It was something else.
Isaac Bruce called it evil for defenses, didn't he?
He did, and that kind of captures it. It made their games these must-watch events. That's how you get the greatest show on turf. It wasn't just scoring, it was a spectacle.
And Bruce finding himself wide open sometimes. That wasn't luck. That was scheme.
Totally. Martz knew how to pick defenses apart. And that connection he had with Kurt Warner, the quarterback, that was absolutely crucial. They apparently saw the game in a very similar way. Martz built the offense around Warner's strengths, made sure he understood the why behind the plays.
And he trusted Warner's gunslinger side.
Yeah, massive trust there. Martz encouraged him to take shots, make plays. Even if there was the occasional mistake, he believed Warner would bounce back. He wasn't afraid to let him loose.
That kind of faith from your coordinator must be huge for a QB. And the numbers back it up. 526 points in 99, a record then. And they kept it up.
Sustained excellence, exactly. It wasn't a fluke. And look who was driving that engine. Marshall Faulk's 99 season. I mean, it was historic. Over 2,400 yards from scrimmage.
Incredible.
Over 1,300 rushing, over 1,000 receiving, plus 110 first downs. He was the ultimate chess piece for Martz. Defenses just couldn't match up easily.
A true dual-threat nightmare.
Yeah.
And then the receivers. Holt, Azahir Hakim, Ricky Prohl. That's a tough group to cover.
Oh, yeah. Each brought something different. Hakeem had that, speed and shiftiness, could make guys miss.
Right.
Prohl was Mr. Reliable, the possession guy, moved the chains.
And Holt was developing into the star he became.
Absolutely. And don't sleep on Tony Horn on special teams either. That kick return TD against the Vikings in their first playoff game at home, huge.
Massive momentum swing.
Okay,
and you can't have that kind of passing attack without protection.
Yep.
Orlando Pace.
The cornerstone.
Yeah.
Protecting Warner's blind side. Martz apparently had total faith. Pace could handle anyone, even double teams. That gave Warner the time he needed.
It's so easy to get mesmerized by the offense, but we have to talk about the defense too.
We absolutely do, because the 99 Rams defense was way better than people often remember. They weren't just winning shootouts.
They actually stopped people.
Yeah. They led the league in sacks, 57 of them.
57? Wow.
And they were number one against the run, the stingiest run D in the NFL.
Okay, so dominant up front.
And solid in the secondary, too. Second best opponent passer rating, not many passing TDs allowed, lots of interceptions, 29, I think. They were top tier in points allowed as well.
So a complete team effort, really.
Very much so. And what's interesting is the continuity they had on defense. Guys like Todd Light, Kevin Carter, Grant Wistrom, Keith Lyle, Mike Jones. Oh, wait, not all those were there for years, but Light, Lyle, Jenkins, Farr, Carter, they played together for a while.
Built that chemistry.
Exactly. That understanding, that trust. Then adding guys like Ray Agnew and, Mike Jones later really rounded it out.
And they practiced hard, right? Iron sharpens iron.
Oh, reportedly grueling practices, hours long, offense versus defense, tons of reps. It made both units better, no question.
So, okay, talent's there. Coaching is innovative. Defense is stepping up. When did they start realizing, hey, this is different?
Well, clinching the division by week 10 was a big one. DeMarco Farr's reaction, apparently asking why they were putting on championship hats because he was just focused on the next game and so unused to winning, that says a lot.
Yeah, changing the culture.
And Coach Vermeil congratulating them on just getting a non-losing record.
Yeah.
After years of struggle, that was a significant moment. Little milestones.
Building blocks of belief. But wasn't there that story about the Bears' practices? Almost a breaking point?
Ah, yeah, from America's Game. Those joint practices were apparently brutal. Players were exhausted, mentally drained. There was even talk, a player meeting, about maybe not playing. Shows the intensity.
But they pushed through. And then the Trent Green injury.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Horrible preseason injury. But that moment, Marshall Faulk just looking at Warner, pointing to his heart.
Powerful.
Yeah, no words needed, just, you're our guy now. We believe in you. That kind of unity is huge when adversity hits.
And they did hit adversity, those back-to-back losses early on. How did they react?
It seemed to just fuel them. Like they tasted winning and there was no way they were going back to the old ways. It sharpened their focus, their hunger.
And then Dre Bly seals the division title.
Yep, game-clinching interception against Carolina. 10th win, division locked up. Think about it. Worst team of the decade one year, division champs the next. Unbelievable.
Storybook stuff.
Yeah.
Which leads us to the Super Bowl. 6 seconds left. Rams up by 7. Titans on the 10-yard line.
Heart in your throat time. The pressure. Immense. And the defensive call, it wasn't anything exotic. It was their go-to red zone call. Combo man coverage, 4-man rush, keep McNair in the pocket.
Trusting your guys to execute what they know best.
Exactly. Everyone knew their assignment, total trust in each other.
And then the cackle. Mike Jones on Kevin Dyson. 1 yard short.
1 yard, game over. It wasn't flashy, maybe, but it was perfect execution at the absolute most critical moment. It summed up their defensive success all year.
Randy Cross had talked to them about ordinary plays becoming extraordinary on the biggest stage, right?
Yeah, and that tackle was the perfect example. Fundamental sound play, but it won the Super Bowl. You still see fans online talking about the pure relief, the explosion of emotion after that stop.
It's an iconic moment. And the guy leading that offense, Kurt Warner, his story is just nuts.
Isn't it, though? Arena, league, NFL Europe, bagging groceries, then third stringer for the Rams.
And Vermeil initially just hoped he'd be a solid backup after Green went down.
That was the thinking. Manage the game, maybe win a few despite him, not because of him. Nobody saw that coming.
He was even getting confused with Kurt Warner, the running back.
Yeah, he joked about it with his agent. Just highlights how far off the radar he was.
From unknown to Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, stayed incredibly humble through it all.
Absolutely. His faith was central. People around him said it grounded him. Donating his 99 raise to that camp for special needs kids just shows his character.
His Hall of Fame speech really captured that journey, didn't it? The struggles, the belief.
It really did. And then to go out and throw for 414 yards, a record then, 2 TDs in the Super Bowl, MVP performance. And that followed an MVP regular season. 4,300 yards, 41 touchdowns. Just staggering numbers.
One of the all-time great QB seasons. And the team's impact. The greatest show on turf. It really did change the league, didn't it?
Oh, fundamentally. It pushed the NFL towards the passing game we see today. Look at the stats before and after 99 QB rating, passing yards, completion percentage. They all took a significant jump upwards in the years following the Rams' success.
They kind of provided the blueprint.
They did. Suddenly, running backs needed to catch passes out of the backfield. Tight ends became dynamic receiving threats, not just blockers. Wide receiver skill sets evolved.
And it's funny, right? Things they did then, spreading the field, multiple receivers, passing to set up the run. Some people criticized it as not real football.
Exactly. Violated traditional football. Now, those concepts are standard playbook stuff across the league.
Passing on first downs like it was third down sometimes?
Yeah, using those third down plays on first down to get big chunks. And Mart's constantly mixing formations, personnel, keeping defenses guessing.
Couldn't have done it without that O-line, though, especially pace.
Absolutely critical. Giving Warner that time was essential for those deep routes to develop. Holt and Bruce themselves said it felt revolutionary, even from the inside.
Like playing a different sport sometimes, I bet. And it wasn't just 1 year.
No, that peak from 99 to 2001 was statistically dominant. League scoring records, yardage records, 3 straight MVPs between Warner and Falk, 2 Super Bowl trips, 1 ring.
And a Hall of Fame talent. Pace, Falk, Warner, Bruce.
And Torrey Holt feels like a lock to join them eventually. That's an incredible concentration of Canton-worthy players on one roster.
Truly special. You can draw a straight line from them to the wide-open offenses we see today. It's
Right.
like the league saw that excitement and adjusted the rules to encourage more of it.
Seems that way sometimes. It's obviously a bittersweet legacy for St. Louis fans now, with the team back in LA. That whole relocation is a tough chapter after the highs of the greatest show on turf era. They were in LA before St. Louis, too, of course.
A complicated history for sure.
It is. But regardless of where the franchise is now, the 1999 St. Louis Rams, their impact on the game itself is undeniable. They weren't just great, they were genuinely transformative.
Absolutely. They rewrote the offensive playbook and showed what was possible. A true testament to innovation, talent, and just sheer belief.
Thanks for listening to Sportpen, and as you reflect on the remarkable story of the 99 Rams, maybe consider this. What other teams or eras in sports history have ignited that kind of seismic shift, completely reshaping our understanding of what's achievable? It's definitely something to think about.